Hello dear students, welcome to the class of Health and Physical Education, Unit 9, Psychology and Sports. And today's topic which we are going to learn, that is Adolescent Problem. We have already learned the different stages of behavior where we have learned related to the characteristics of infancy, childhood. We have learned early childhood, later childhood, then adolescence, and then after adulthood we have learned. So here we are going to learn the problem of the adolescence, that is the problem of those children having the age of 13 to 19 years. What are the changes used to take place in their in them, and what are the problems they used to face? We are going to learn that. So here the word adolescence is been derived from a Latin word adolescer, which means to grow to maturity. That means that from the childhood towards the maturity, it has been considered as an adolescence. So period of this age is 13 to 19 years. This age begins with a change in our glands of internal secretion. There are the lots of hormonal changes used to take place during this time period, because here the physical growth becomes rapid in the beginning, and then afterwards it has been seen that the boys used to look like a man and the girls used to look like a woman. So development of the new interest, peer pressure, peer groups, values, beliefs, social behaviors, ambitions, and are being seen somehow different than established social behavior and trends. Here you may find out that in such time or in during this phase, you may find out the new interest among such types of individuals or the peoples or the children at the age of 13 to 19 years, where they are having a peer pressure also, peer groups, then values, their beliefs, their total belief system also used to change, social behavior, whether they will be accepted by the society or not, how they are going to be accepted by the peoples, then whether they will be accepted by the friends or not. There are the lots of pressure, and already physical changes or physiological changes also takes place in the human body. That's why due to that there is a lots of tension and stress. So here these differences create mental tension in adolescence. According to the Jerseld, adolescence through which a growing person makes transition from childhood to maturity. Jerseld tells that adolescence is what it is, through which the growing person makes the transition. Transition means it starts from the childhood towards the maturity. It is considered as an adulthood. Now, according to the Stanley Hall, adolescence is a period of great stress and strain, storm and stress. So here you may find out everything during this phase. There is a lots of tension, stress, there is a strain, lots of pressure on the mind of an individual. There are lots of internal changes which we used to take place in the body. There is a lots of storm, that is hormonal changes used to take place in the body. There is a stress also you may find out during this time period. According to the Sadler, adolescence is that period in which the child tries to be capable of doing everything by himself. During this phase, the child or a person of this age 13 to 19 years, they like to do the things by their own. It is a period of emotional instability, where you may find out emotional instability, their mind are not in their that much control. It means the child of this age group tends to be self-dependent. During this period, many physiological, mental, social, emotional changes takes place in the body. So these are the changes which takes place in an individual during this time period. There is an extraordinary increase in the weight, height, bones, muscles and strength. The adolescents want to develop their own identity by imitating others, different things like hairstyle, clothing, speech, manners, etc. You may find out that they used to watch, they make an idol of either maybe an actor or actress or maybe the personalities, and they like to behave like them. They used to dress up like them. They are having such types of hairstyle, clothing, their way of speech. They are having an attitude. So manners and these everything you may find out during this time period. So we are going to learn what are the problems which are being faced by these adolescents. So we are having the first point we are having, that is mental problem. During this age, the stress, tension and stress are common. There is a stress and tension, stress are common during this age. These state creates many problems such as difficulty in cooperating with others, maladjustment, that means they are not able to adjust themselves with others, they are not able to cooperate because what they do that is correct, that's why they are having a problem with the peer groups also. He face anxiety if the child real body structure is different from his imagined one, then there may be so many mental problems. If they used to find out that the child's real body structure is different from his imagined one, that means what they have thought that my body how it is being looked and I want to see myself like this, and if they do not used to seem like that, then it creates a mental problem. Due to these problems the child does not relate with the other children and he remains mentally immature. So during this stage, you may find out this these traits creates many mental problems. An adolescent faces many problems such as difficulty in cooperating and adjusting with others, and they faces lots of anxiety. Second point we are having, that is emotional problems. Now, emotional problem. The life of an adolescent is full of emotions, where you may find out anger, happiness, fear. So these all are these emotions. He performs some uphill task which seems to be impossible in the beginning. Sometimes the adolescent become so excited that he consider himself to be at the top of the world, and sometimes he find himself in the state of the depression. Sometimes because their mental status that used to change, there is no emotional stability. They are having some at some time they used to find out that yes I can do it, and on others find out on the other side they will be finding out that no, that what is going to happen if I am not able to complete the task or whatever may be. So due to that they may go in the depression also. So there is an emotional instability you may find out during this time period. So, according to the Ross tells us that adolescent lives intensely emotional life in which we can see once more the rhythm of the positive and negative phase in the behavior in his constant alteration between the intense excitement and deep depression. Where you may find out the positive rhythm in the rhythm in of positive and negative phase of their behavior. They will be having a positive behavior also and negative behavior also. So sometimes the adolescent becomes so excited that he or she consider himself or herself to be the top of the world, and on the other side they will feel the depression, or he feels himself emotionally disturbed. So this is the what emotional problem they used to face. Then we are having a physical problem. So during the adolescence, the physical changes takes place in the body rapid pace. At the rapid pace, sexual characteristics are clearly seen at this age or this stage, whereas the girls are more tensed about their physique. So here you may find out that during this adolescence, many of the bodily and physical changes takes place. Development of the sex glands takes place. As a result of these, the changes, the adolescent feel restless as well as worried because of the lots of physiological changes, physical changes which takes place in your body. So due to the development of the sex glands, they also remains in pressure, and they are always remain in a worry due to these physical changes. So this is the one of the problem which the adolescent used to suffer. Then behavioral problem. The adolescent are having a behavioral problem. Adolescent in is a time for the developing independence. Parents and doctor must distinguish the occasional errors of the judgment from a degree of misbehavior that require the professional intervention. The severity and the frequency of the infraction are guides. So here you may also find out the behavioral problem, because at this time period you may find out that aggressive behavior you may find out in such age group. The children tend to show aggressive behavior. They become aggressive in small matter. They become irritated easily. They try to gain importance. So here it is very much necessary for the parents and the teachers and that all to understand the problems which this adolescent phase which the child used to suffer, and they must deal with them accordingly. They must understand what are the problems are being there, and they must able to try to solve their problems. Then we are having fifth point, that is problem, that is feeling of importance. They like that they are important. So the adolescent begins to understand himself important, that whatever I used to do that is correct. He thinks that he should always get respect, but sometimes the parent do not take it seriously, because as the child has been grown now, they also feel that I also must be get must also get the respect. But what happens, the parents, because for the parents the child is always a kid only for them, so they do not used to take that much seriously. They fail to understand the feeling of the adolescent, and that is why the feeling of himself unimportant, and it becomes a great problem. And they feel that I am not that much important for my family, they are not giving me the respect, the response I am not getting the correct response. So due to that, they find out themselves as an unimportant, and it is a great problem. They may remain in stress also, they may also suffer from the depression. So these are the problems which are being suffered by the adolescent. Then sixth point we are having, that is lack of stability and adjustment. An adolescent does not remain stable and he faces adjustment problem. So you may find out there is a lack of stability, they are not able to adjust with others. His behavior does not remain constant, because as we know that there is a positive and negative phase during this time period in their behavior. Positive change as well as negative change, you may find out there is a fluctuation, you may find out in their behavior. So he feels himself unable to adjust with other people, he fails to coordinate with others, not only outside, but he cannot adjust himself in his or her family. Either in his family or her family, they are not able to adjust because they fail to coordinate. He does not cooperate with his family members, he feels that he is under pressure of his parent, and he wants to have a free atmosphere at home. So here it is at this time period, as we have discussed earlier also, that their family member, they such types of children during this age, they may not like their family members. Whatever the decisions are being given by the family, they will not obey that. They may feel that nobody used to cooperate in my family. So he feels that they feel that under pressure of his parent, and he wants to be having a free atmosphere and living with their friends and that all. So this is what the problem they used to suffer. Then next we are having that problem related to the sex. During the adolescence, the children faces many problems which are related to the sex, because as we have discussed that there is a lots of hormonal changes which used to take place in the body, physical changes. Their sex glands also used to develop. There they try to meet the opposite sex. Sometimes they become so eager that they do not hesitate to leave their family also. So attraction towards the opposite sex, they may also they may feel that they may leave their family for that. They feel restless due to their sexual urges. So Rose tells us, says that the sex then, it is a fundamental fact of the adolescent, if not all life. So here it has been a fundamental fact of the adolescent, if not all life. So like the overflow of the river, it irrigates and fertilizes the great tracts of the life territory. So this is the what the definitions was been given by the Ross according to the problem which are been related to sex during the this adolescent phase. Then eighth point we are having, that is addiction problem. Now they are getting addicted due to their such of the friend circle in which they are, if having a bad friend circle, then they may suffer from this addiction problem. So some symptoms seen in the adolescent with a decrease with a disease of the chemical dependence and similar to those seen in the adults. Because of this age, lack of personality development, depend family role, immaturity, and acting out as an age related behavioral tendencies. However, the symptoms specifies to this population occurs. So these are the problems. They find out themselves because they don't know that what they are doing, whatever they are doing, whether it is correct or not. They are just doing because they like it, so they used to do it. So there are the lots of problems, like they are having lack of personality. They are dependent on the family. That means that whatever the family are telling, they need to work according to the family. They are immature during this time period. They used to act out as an age related behavioral tendency. That means that whatever we are doing, that is correct, and due to that they are having a they come across to the bad friend circle, and they may have such types of addiction problem. Many of the addiction problem which are being related to the either smoking or drinking or whatever may be. So a plan to solve the problem of the adolescent chemical dependence, must focus on the education. So here there is a chemical dependence, means there is a lots of changes, as we would discuss, hormonal changes which used to take place in the body, and that must the children at during this age they must be educated well, that whatever these changes are natural, and so they must work according to that, and they do not used to find out any of the such they should not take the steps which are uh, not good for them. So demonstration, cooperation, prevention, intervention, habilitation, treatments and recoveries, these are the must, it must be focused on the children of this age group, so that they may not have an addiction problems. Then problem of selection of career. Now, problem of selection of career, there you may find out that each and every adolescent need to self support. He want to make his own place in the society. He desires to live a fruitful life. According to the Ross, the adolescent desires to find his place in the world. They want that whatever they do, that is correct. This adolescent needs the self support. He want to make his own place in the society, that I want to have my name and fame in the society, that everyone must recognize me. The adolescent desires to find his place in the world. The desire is genuine, need and refer to the need of for the self support. He faces the problem of the career selection. He does not want to depend upon his family member. He remain between the dependence and independence. So here this is a problem which are being related to selection career. They want to come out themselves, and they want to make their name. They faces many of the problems which are being related to the correct career selection. So he or she must be guided properly for the his future or selection of his or her career. Then 10th point we are having, that is social problem. They also suffer from the social problem. Now it has been observed that the adolescents want to adopt their own way, but the society creates many hindrances in their path, because everything is being seen. When we are living in a society, we are the social animals, so we must behave in a society in such a way so that we may be accepted by others also. But the society creates many hindrances in their path, so the adolescents revolt against their social customs and tradition. For example, going to the temples, visiting to some of the families and that all, they don't like to go at this age. They don't like to visit to the temples or go to the any other families or visiting to the other families and that all, because they used to find out these social customs and traditions, they are against that. So friends are very important for this age group. They like to spend more time with along with their friends and not with their families, as well as visiting at the other places. They share their views, knowledge and experience, and hence sometimes the group act as a medium of spreading the social vice and dissatisfaction. And this age time period, you may find out that such of the children at this age time period, they used to find out social vices and dissatisfaction among with the other society members or the society in a society. If the group gets proper guidance, it is best institution for the development of social ability, confidence and comprehension. So everything depends upon the group which a child or which the adolescent phase children used to get. If they got a good group, a group of people, then they will get a proper guidance, and it is the best institution for developing the social ability, confidence and comprehension. So these are the problems which used to suffer, which are being faced by the adolescents. So you can prepare the notes on the basis of this. Such types of questions are being asked for 3 marks and 5 marks. That what does the adolescence mean, and write down the problem which are being faced by the this time period, that is the adolescents. Clear? That is the children of the age of 13 to 19 years. Or directly they may ask that write down the what are the problems are being faced by the children who was for the age of 13 to 19 years. So that means that you need to write down related to the adolescents. So from my side this much. You can prepare the notes on the basis of this. If you are having any problem, you can ask, you can comment me. So from my side this much. Thank you everyone.